Are you feeling crushed by debt? That constant, nagging feeling in the back of your mind? The stack of bills on the counter that seems to grow taller each month, casting a shadow over your day? Maybe it's the student loans that feel like a lifelong commitment you signed up for before you even knew what you wanted to do. Or perhaps it's the credit card balances that inch up relentlessly, fueled by interest rates that feel almost predatory. You make the minimum payment. You try to stay afloat, but it feels like you're treading water in a rising tide. It's a heavy weight, isn't it? It can feel like you're running on a financial treadmill, putting in all the effort, but the finish line of debt-free never seems to get any closer. The stress can be all-consuming, leading to sleepless nights, anxiety during the day, and a constant sense of being trapped. You might feel isolated, thinking you're the only one struggling, but I'm here to tell you that's far from the truth. So let's start by taking a deep breath together. Because if any of that resonates with you, know this: your situation is not permanent. Getting out of debt is absolutely achievable for anyone, and it doesn't require winning the lottery or adopting a lifestyle of extreme, joyless frugality where you can't even buy a coffee. What it does require is a smart strategy, a clear, actionable, and powerful plan that empowers you to take back control. And that's exactly what we're going to build together in this video. We're going to move beyond the vague, unhelpful advice of just spend less money and dive deep into real-world strategies that actually work. We'll start by helping you gain crystal clear clarity on your financial picture, understanding every dollar you owe, to whom, and at what interest rate. From there, we'll show you how to build a realistic budget that aligns with your life, not one that feels like a punishment. We'll also demystify the two most effective debt repayment methods, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche, and help you decide which psychological or mathematical approach is the perfect fit for you. We'll even explore creative ways to boost your income and provide you with scripts for negotiating with your creditors, giving you a complete toolkit for financial victory. This entire video is structured around 5 key pillars for systematically dismantling your debt. Each point is a crucial step on your path from financial stress to financial freedom. We'll cover everything from the essential psychological mindset you need to adopt to the practical, tactical actions you must take to see real progress. But I have to insist that you stick around until the very end of the video. Why? Because point number 5 is the one that most people completely overlook, and it's often the most impactful. Think of it as a financial accelerant, a game-changing strategy that can supercharge your progress. It's the secret weapon that separates those who slowly chip away at their debt for a decade from those who demolish it in a fraction of the time. We're not exaggerating when we say that implementing this one tip could save you thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in interest and shave years off your repayment timeline. Stick around, because point number 5 could save you thousands of dollars. So if you're truly ready to stop feeling overwhelmed and start feeling empowered, you are in exactly the right place. Grab a notebook, open a notes app on your phone, and get ready to change your financial future. Let's begin your journey to becoming debt-free right now. All right, let's talk about debt. It can feel like a huge weight, a constant source of stress that follows you everywhere. But here's the truth. You have the power to take control and get rid of it for good. It's not about magic tricks or winning the lottery. It's about taking smart, strategic steps, one at a time. We're going to walk through 6 foundational points that will create a clear roadmap for your journey to becoming debt-free. The first, and arguably most important step, is awareness. You can't fight an enemy you don't understand. For many of us, debt is this vague, scary monster lurking in the shadows. We know it's there, but we're afraid to turn on the light and see how big it really is. So we avoid opening the mail, we ignore the calls, and we tell ourselves we'll deal with it later. But later never comes, and the monster just keeps growing. Total awareness means turning on that light. It's about gathering every single piece of information about what you owe. This is your mission. Collect every credit card statement, every student loan document, your car loan details, any personal loans, medical bills, everything. Create a master list, either in a notebook or a spreadsheet. For each debt, write down who you owe, the exact total balance, the minimum monthly payment, and, this is critical, the interest rate or APR. Then take a deep breath and add it all up. This final number might be intimidating, but it's not your enemy. It's your starting line. It's the number you're going to conquer. Knowing this number transforms your debt from a source of anxiety into a measurable problem with a solvable solution. Now that you know exactly what you're up against, you can start making a plan. Next, build a budget. I know, the word budget can sound restrictive, like a financial diet where you can't have any fun. But I want you to reframe that. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about intention. It's you telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. It's the single most powerful tool for taking back control. Without a budget, you're just guessing. With a budget, you're making a conscious plan for your success. The process is simple. First, add up all your income for the month. Then, for the next 30 days, track every single expense. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or a notebook. Be honest. Every coffee, every subscription, every impulse buy. At the end of the month, categorize those expenses. Needs are things you must have to live and work, like housing, utilities, and transportation. Wants are everything else, like dining out, entertainment, and new clothes. The third category is for savings and debt repayment. This is where you'll see the opportunity. Where can you trim from the wants category to beef up the debt category? This exercise will be an eye-opener. You'll find money you didn't know you had. Redirecting even an extra $50 or $100 a month towards your debt can make a massive difference over time. High-interest debt, especially from credit cards, is a financial emergency. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. The interest charges are constantly draining your progress. Paying only the minimum on a high-interest card means it could take you decades and cost you thousands in interest to pay it off. That's why, once your budget is in place, you need to attack this debt with focus and intensity. All debts are not created equal. The ones with double-digit interest rates are your primary targets. There are two popular and effective strategies for this: the avalanche and the snowball method. The avalanche method is mathematically optimal. You make minimum payments on all your debts, but you throw every extra dollar you have at the debt with the highest interest rate. Once that's gone, you take all the money you were paying on it and attack the next highest interest debt. This saves you the most money in interest over time. The snowball method is about psychology. You make minimum payments on everything, but you focus all your extra cash on your smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate. When you wipe it out, you get a quick win, which builds momentum. You then roll that payment into the next smallest debt. Neither method is right or wrong. The best one is the one that keeps you motivated and consistent on your journey. Don't be afraid to call your lender. This is a step most people skip because it feels intimidating, but it can save you a fortune. Your interest rates, especially on credit cards, are not always set in stone. Credit card companies are in the business of making money, and they would much rather lower your rate and keep you as a paying customer than have you default on your debt entirely. You have more power than you think. Prepare for the call. Be polite but firm. Simply say, "I'm working hard to pay off my balance, and I'd like to request a lower interest rate to help me achieve that goal." If you have a good history of on-time payments, mention that. The worst they can say is no, but they might say yes or offer a temporary reduction, which still helps. Also, look into debt consolidation. This means taking out a new loan, ideally with a much lower interest rate, to pay off all your high-interest credit cards. This can simplify your life with a single monthly payment and drastically reduce the amount of interest you're paying, allowing more of your money to go toward the actual principal. A 10-minute phone call could literally save you thousands of dollars. It's always worth the ask. One big mistake is focusing only on debt repayment while ignoring savings. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Why save money when you owe money? Because life is unpredictable. Your car will break down. Your pet will get sick. You'll have an unexpected medical bill. If you don't have a cash buffer, where does the money for these emergencies come from? That's right, a credit card. And just like that, you're deeper in debt, feeling defeated. An emergency fund is your shield. It protects your debt payoff plan from being derailed by life. Before you get aggressive with your debt snowball or avalanche, your first goal should be to save a starter emergency fund of about $1,000. Make minimum payments on your debts during this time and funnel every extra penny into a separate savings account. This account is only for true emergencies. Once you hit that $1,000 goal, you can switch your focus back to attacking your debt with full force, knowing you have a safety net in place. This small fund breaks the cycle of borrowing and gives you incredible peace of mind. Finally, understand that debt isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's a reflection of your habits and your relationship with money. Getting out of debt is a temporary project. Staying out of debt is a permanent lifestyle change. If you pay everything off but don't change the behaviors that got you into debt in the first place, you're at risk of ending up right back where you started. This final step is about ensuring that never happens. Think about what triggers your spending. Do you shop online when you're bored? Do you go out for expensive meals when you're stressed? Do you feel pressure to keep up with your friends' lifestyles? Once you identify these triggers, you can find new, healthier coping mechanisms. Instead of shopping when bored, call a friend or go for a walk. Instead of stress spending, try meditating or exercising. Most importantly, give your money a new job. Instead of using it for temporary gratification, align it with your long-term dreams. Do you want to travel, buy a house, start a business? When you have a compelling vision for your future, it becomes much easier to say no to the small, meaningless purchases today. This journey is about more than just reaching a zero balance. It's about building a life where you are in control of your finances, not the other way around. It's about creating lasting financial freedom. Congratulations on taking charge of your financial future. If you enjoyed this video, don't stop here. Watch more from Finance Code for even more tips and inspiration. Smash that big red subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and give us a thumbs up if you found this helpful. Share this video with a friend and comment below with your favorite financial tip. We love hearing from you. Remember, every step counts. Keep celebrating your wins with Finance Code. See you in the next video.